Carl, obviously transfer window shut late last Tuesday night. Sorry, I was thinking it was last night. Sum it up for us, mate. Are you happy or unhappy?
Yeah, look, I think everyone would have liked to have one or two more players come in, but at the end of the day, we just couldn't find the players that we were looking for, and so we have to push on for the rest of the season. We've got the squad that we have. I think the squad is. When we play at our best, we're good enough. We just have to fix those inconsistencies that we've been having, especially over the last couple of months.
Maybe just a word on Yaya before we get on to the rest of it?
Yeah, look, Yaya is a quality young player. He's been away in that different environment for the last nearly 18 months, so he's developed his game a fair bit in that 18 months, and he's developed his mental toughness as well. So we'll see a very different player that's coming back, that knows what it's like now, to what he needs to do to get his game to that next level. So he'll come back and definitely provide us an attacking threat on that left hand side.
On the pitch, obviously results haven't been going all that well of late. Outside of COVID, is this the worst period, do you think, since you've been the manager?
Definitely since I've been in charge. We're normally winning a lot more games at home, especially, and we just I suppose that comes with football. When you're not things aren't going well for you, it makes it difficult. You need to sometimes win an ugly game to give you that little bit of a boost to push on and get that belief back. But saying that, we've just got to improve that inconsistency, and we have to work harder. I think the games that we have lost hasn't been through the other team outplaying us. It's been more from our own effort. We've had a few good, tough discussions with the group over the last couple of weeks, and that would be reflected in the side that's selected for tomorrow night.
Bigger picture, with the window and the on-field involved, obviously you as the manager with what's at your disposal, do you think the club's getting the balance right in terms of development versus winning at the moment?
Yeah, I think we have been. We've completed in the finals the last 3 years and gone very close to making grand finals. So this year we're still in the mix to make those final series, and we expect to make that final series. If we don't make finals, it's a very disappointing year for the club, and then we'll reassess at the end of the season. If we don't make finals, then we got to really have a good look at what we've done this year and make some changes.
You alluded to some changes this week. You threatened to swing the axe after last week's game. How many changes are we expecting to see?
Yeah, we'll go close to changing half the team. The performance last week just wasn't at the level that it needed to be, and those players will miss out because of that.
Do you care to name a couple of those who will be missing out?
You'll see that when the side gets announced tomorrow night. Look, at the end of the day, the team have to work together and support each other, and I think in the over this last couple of months, it's just been far too inconsistent. From all the playing group, there's only maybe one or two players in this last couple of months that could put their hand up and said they've had consistent performances. So unfortunately, that's my job is to pick the team that's going to go out and win us the game, and that's what I've done for tomorrow.
How hungry are the boys to bounce back after a 4-0 thumping on their home deck?
Yeah, look, it's always disappointing to lose at home. It doesn't matter what the score is. It's always disappointing to lose, and we've expect a result tomorrow night against Perth. It's going to be they seem to have turned the corner in their season, so it's going to be a tough game. But we have to turn up, and we have to win the battle first before. And at times we've expected our football to win our football matches, and we haven't won the battles. And that's clearly evident in the last few weeks.
Do you feel under pressure, Carl, if the result doesn't go your way against Perth on Friday night?
No, not at all.
Panache, obviously back out there. I think he had a run in the NPL during the week. Is he one of those players up for selection? Is he fully recovered, ready to play?
Yeah, one more week. Panache had, I think, 60 minutes on Tuesday night with the NPL team. He'll play another 90 minutes with the NPL team on Saturday, and then that's him ready for selection. So then I would expect him to come into the squad for the week after.
He's only one of a bunch of players, but I think Ryan Kiddo's maybe one that's been a bit down this season. Do you feel like maybe the captaincy's weighed heavily or affected his performances at all?
Yeah, I don't know if it has. His performance is not at the same level as what it was the last few years, but the last few years he's had Craig Goodwin playing in front of him, which has made him his game a lot easier to play. And we've, this season I suppose we've had, quite a few different players playing in that wide left position, which I suppose is found it a little bit difficult to get his game back to where it was.
How did you make Stefan's return?
Yeah, look.
What the experience he's going to bring to this side?
Yeah, the experience, but the leadership on and off the pitch as well, the standards that Steph sets. And I think we saw that in that 30 minutes that he came on last week. The intensity of our team lifted, and that's why we've brought Stefan in, and that's what we've been lacking over the last few weeks. And tomorrow night again, I expect that intensity to be, and Steph will set that standard, and everyone will have to live to it.
You've conceded first 10 times this season, and I guess you're always kind of forced to play catch up. How frustrating is that for you as a coach, and how do you kind of rectify that situation?
Yeah, look, as you say, it's been disappointing, and some of those goals that we have been conceding, like the first goal last week, it's an individual error that we've done a lot of work on defending and forcing players outside, and it seems to be happening. We make a mistake and teams punish us. The 4 goals that, the 3 goals that they scored last week, Central Coast, were all top quality goals. James couldn't do anything about them, but the team in front of him made those, some basic mistakes that we just have to keep focusing on getting better.
A lot of the questions are around where does the money go for all these players that are signed. Just a quick one. Are you allowed to elevate a few more juniors now onto scholarship deals, or is there only a certain amount? Are you able to promote a few of your younger players now?
Yeah, look, there's no cap on scholarship players, and I think we've got quite a few on scholarships, and we've promoted quite a few of our younger boys onto full senior contracts as well. Look, I suppose, especially this last 12 months, we've spent a lot more money on those younger players on scholarships and promoting those young players onto full contracts as well, which I suppose the club wouldn't have budgeted previously. But that's something that we have to deal with. It means we have to be smarter with our recruitment and smarter where we put the money that we have available for the squad. And I suppose this next 12 months is going to be crucial on the players that we bring in our recruitment. Because we want to have success. I'm a coach that wants to have success. I don't like not being at the top. So it's important that we get this recruitment over the next 6 months, correct for next season as well.